Yay!
Yes, yes. Give thanks and praises. Roots Reggae Day, International Reggae Day, presenting Sevana. Wagwan.
All right, it's so happy. It's so nice to be here. It's a long time to do a live. Are you
Yeah.
going to
Yo, I want to tell you, say, brethren, sistren, I value the time, the presence, the consideration, because we know there's a whole heap of works that I do, and so if you even take the time out to even forward, public and everything.
Yeah.
Give thanks, give thanks, give thanks for
Yeah.
the presence. Big up Jake, the whole team,
Yeah.
right?
Appreciate
Yeah,
it so much.
yeah,
What am I talking about?
man.
My accent. Which accent did I talk about? The regular, normal talking accent. Hi, everybody. Hello.
Yeah, so we're tuning in with Savannah, actor or actress, rather, musician, recording artist, creative all around, you know what I mean? Creative director, you name it, full creative, right? And have music bursting outside of her every day. And on a day like this, which reggae music is every day, yesterday, R&B, pop, everything for we. Just share a short synopsis of the origin story, and some of the influences of the music based on when you find out like the upliftment influence, the positive influence, the influence will like get people together and the raising vibration influence. How is that and how it tie into your origin story coming into the music and thing?
Oh my God, that is a really deep question. Right. So my origin story, always been in love with music. It's always been a form of escape for me and therapy. Cause life rough, you understand? Grew up in poverty, single parent family. Life was always kind of rough on me. Not that I really fully understood. Right? It's no retrospect really, because when your reality is your reality, you don't have nothing to compare it to, right? So it's just we're living, we're surviving, we're depending on the community that we're in, right? But music was always a mainstay. So music that was a play out a road on the street corner, every shop I would go. Now the host, Mumi had her favorites, right? So she had, Uncle Berry's, right? She had Anita Baker, Diana Ross, Sade. She loved Sade, and me end up loving Sade as well.
Right.
But just music was just always around, and as soon as I had the opportunity to even like explore new genres, I was doing that when I used the computer at the library. Right. And so it was kind of buck up still, but it always want to study sciences because I've always been a nerd. Always been a nerd. My whole life. Still not changed. Right? Me just learn how to dress.
I think they make the best people.
Yeah. Truly. Me just learn how to dress. Right. But yeah, man, I started writing because at first I was writing my feelings, and then I was writing poetry, and then I started writing songs. Right? I was just always singing in the house. I didn't really have any kind of formal training with anything. I didn't grow up in church, so I wasn't part of the choir. And I didn't do like performing arts at school. I remember trying for 1 week performance arts club, but it never really worked out for me. But no, so yeah, we just end up start writing song because I just feel like I'm good at write song. Right. In high school, and start singing for my classmate them, and and then from there, I told one of my classmates. She wasn't really like a friend, but we had to have the same literature class together. Right. Told her I was gonna enter this national competition named Rising Stars in Jamaica. And end up do Rising Stars with like 2 other girls, SLR.
SLR, man, that's how we see you.
Exactly. First. So I was at like 15, right? And end up place 3rd, but it always want to lift Sevana runway. So we just never end up go back home. So I found every job I could do. I work from like 17 years old. I find every job I could stay at Kingston. And I book studio time. I gonna do anything we need to take. Anything that I needed to do, I'm gonna do to just stay in Kingston, because I felt, because for me at the time, right, and I don't know if anybody will feel away me saying it, but I didn't think that there was anything inside for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
And then you did always kind of hear about Kingston being the hub and That's where you need to go if you want to make something of yourself, right? So I thought, let me give myself the I thought, let me give myself the best opportunity, go to Kingston. Some of the every work we could have do legally. And yeah, stayed in Kingston. Yeah, did the jam sessions at Jamnesia, did the jam sessions at the place used to be on the same road at Knutsford. What
Is Pulse
Knutsford Court Hotel.
Is Pulse?
No, it wasn't Pulse.
Dampen Lounge.
I don't remember the name right, but it was on that same road that Knutsford Court Hotel was on. The name Summit now. They used to have a little bar.
But I know them show there, yeah. I remember the name of it. But Downtown shows,
Yeah, man, and so I put up cover up on YouTube, I put up cover up on SoundCloud, and then so I end up now sending cover because Protege was looking for openers for his show Live from Kingston. This is early back.
Yeah.
So I look the opener and end up sending through me something them, but what I cover and I send end up getting me and boom bang, the first single after that, and here we are, So that's the story. But yeah, music has kind of always driven me. It's been a safe space, a comfort, a therapy for me, in every way.
Yeah,
it saved me over and over.
Yeah, we definitely hear the authenticity of the artist, and it's always great when an artist can talk about them experience. Like, you have to want to talk about your experience on this hard physical plane, as you said earlier. And like, there's a lot of influences in the music. Speak a little bit about the woman power, cause for me, there's no other way to just encapsulate it, because it's just woman power, you know what I mean, within the culture of this music and just music overall, you know what I mean?
Right, woman power. I don't know. I think I've only just discovered my power as a woman. You know what I mean?
Like musical influence kind of way, where like, the music they put out, like we can date some only for albums and stuff where like you probably find.
Oh, my musical
Yeah, that's in the music. What they've done, the work they've put in alongside us as the kings who put in the work there too, you know what I mean? I've been there too. Like, speak a little bit about that. You
have Judy Moore, right? You have Rita Murray, right? You have Marcia Griffiths, you have J.C. Lodge, you have Lorna Bennett, you understand? You have Macadam, you have Lady Saw, you have Spice, the General. You understand? Like, there's there's Lady G, right? Queen Africa, Tanya Stevens. I just would not have had any kind of impact without them, right? This work that they did was crucial. It was backbreaking. It was unforgiving, right? Because me I face the struggle and me I face with my little independent women exercise. I can't imagine how it was then, right? When women had even less rights.
Right.
So I'm forever eternally grateful, and you're never going to hear me say anything negative about a woman in music, because the space is so difficult for you to thrive in industries in general, right? But particularly in music, where you are asked to show up looking perfect all the time. You have to sound good all the time. You have to say the right thing all the time. It's an impossible sort of, you understand? So
no, we get you, man.
Because every woman in our music, one of my biggest inspirations in music is what's her name? It's Sade, and it is because of my mother, because my mother loved her so much and she played her music all the time. Sade, and then definitely Anita Baker as well, right? Loved JC Lodge growing up. I know that's like, maybe, I don't know how people feel about that, but
no, JC Lodge is great, man. Love you, honey. I think, right?
Yes.
Someone loves you, honey.
I thought her voice was so sweet. Also, Tessan Chill.
Yeah, man.
Tessan. With the belt she used to do.
It's like we have whole leap, right? We have whole leap to where I'm happy it does start really tough, because that's kind of what I wanted. Because the people have to hear. And at the end of the day, the work that you do in terms of getting a record together, moving from Sav to come. Like, we have to do it till you guys do it. You guys have done the legwork. All those musicians you call have done the legwork. How important it is, one, to look at data and analysis once you've kind of gotten a foot into the game, and you've made a product that is, you know what I mean, palatable to the people. Like, when you continue, you know, just no woman or man thing, just as an artist, how important it is to start to what's that word? Not micromanage, but you know what you want, you know what sound good. Where do you go from there? Do you just keep off the high, off the heels of the first one, or you know?
Well, no, it's nice when you can follow a high, right? But sometimes you lose momentum, right?
Right. True.
And sometimes life happens too, right? Life happens to all of us where sometimes we can't even really make music. We have to kind of focus on our mental wellness and our physical health too, right? And so really what drives me, because I believe you're asking me what inspires you to keep creating the music.
Yeah, that, and also how important it is to look at like the data and analysis of the music in terms of like just what, you know, just not necessarily what is playing, but just how it is doing, the impact it can make with the people. Because you can see it, you know, like when
no, it is. I mean, and when it happens, it's very validating.
Yeah.
But recently, I'm gonna be very real with you, right?
Yeah, man.
So real with you right now. Recently, I was talking to another artist friend of mine, right? Because yourself, you know yourself. And I was talking about how I felt like a little bit of a loser, right? And this is just a real thing we're going on, right? Where we're looking at stats. And we're like, oh, well, this is not doing as well as possible. And what are my monthly listeners looking like on Spotify? And boy, the Apple, the Shazams are less than they were this month, right? And so, obviously, we know that there's ups and downs. And then, obviously, too, when you're not as consistent musically, it means that, you know, sometimes it impacts the statistics.
The statistics, right? If you're not putting out and whatever.
Yeah, if you're not maintaining, you get lost in the algorithm, you get buried under it and all the rest of it. And so I was saying that, you know, I feel kind of like a loser. I don't want to reduce myself to stats because obviously your impact is much greater than that. So if you have, right, let me say we have 39 people are watching live, and at 39 people alone are going to know about the live by the time it finished, right?
Steady
the
growth,
impact is going to be, the reach is going to be much wider and all the rest of it. And then obviously too, you're doing live shows that people see. So you're always reaching and connecting, but the online something is important because you have to see what your favorite songs are, where your audience is. What, you know, just what it is that people are responding to. But it's like a very tricky balance because if you do fall off or you're inconsistent for a time, you have to be able to disconnect from that, focus on you, your wellness, get right so that you can be consistent again. So I feel like knowing where you are, knowing your audience, knowing what you can deliver, how you're valuable to people is really, really good. But ultimately, like, you have to, I don't know, you kind of have to be valuable to you first. You have to take care of you first, you know?
No, I totally get you. And I'm glad for even you just sharing it as it pertains to. No, that good. That good. Because I'm happy about you sharing the insight of even data analysis on that level to where we definitely can reduce yourself. And if anything, we become conscious to how it works, right? It's not necessarily that we're not good, but it will work like that because a system that's built and stuff like that. But I know that we can also see a little data on a human level where I can probably see it on a show, you know what I mean? Like, and be like, yo, if I was booked for this show, could I definitely get for space and feed them people because we see some of our brethren, them I feed them. And them, you know what I mean? So, but it's very important to also know, striking the balance, that the stats are the stats for a reason. The stats are the stats for a reason. So as we move on, we saw the culture this year, like its name as on a big screen, you know what I mean? This year, like, on a big screen, works at Bob and such. share with me the experience of reliving the story as a native musician and as a musician of yourself who make music to feed the soul. And I know you have that part. And then just again, just like a generational impact that you feel like, because the movie's just gonna be there. It's gonna be there in 4 discs. It's gonna be there on that website, that site, that streaming site. How you feel about just we being on screen, the cultures on screen this year, like big time. How you feel about that?
I mean, it's significant. You know, it's significant in a way. I don't even really have the words. I feel like I've tried to describe it in interviews prior, but it's a thing where I don't want to say magic, but you know how when you do something, how it changes you forever, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
That was what it meant to me. First of all, it was very surreal that I landed the role, even though I did audition. You see what I'm saying? Like, I didn't necessarily expect to get it, even though even though we had gone through the several rounds of auditions or whatever. I don't know why I didn't expect to get it, but I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna do my best, but you know, again, not hinging your work on whether or not something happens or not, right? I'm very big on that. So I did it. I did it, and I'm say, oh, well, we're gonna fly, you go London, love London, big up London, right? The weather did nearly kill me, so that was rough. Right? The cold is rough, you don't know the money. But it was an incredible experience. It was an honorable experience. It was pleasurable. I am grateful I got to work with the talents that I did. Yourself, you are brilliant, right? I obviously would know your greatness in a hectare from time. You're a multi-instrumentalist, right? But I didn't understand your dedication to acting as well, right? We know say a star vocalist, we know that you're a star performer, but to kind of see that translate into, you know, relentlessly you know, rehearsing the drums and then also your script, and then you know the set times were really long. You know what I'm saying? How much I did with the concept, 12-hour outfit changes, all the rest of it. So it was a pleasure, it was an honor, I felt it was incredible. It was incredible to see the scale of work that it takes to produce a film like that. And I took my role very, very seriously. I believe, and still, you know, I believe in the story. And so it was just, I was just very aware that this was part of history. It's part of history. And I feel like important. I feel like me I do something. You understand? Because that things like that do impact your your own like internal legacy, if that makes sense. Myself, Ash, Queen, Will. I feel like I need to say hi to everybody.
But you can do that too.
Big up everybody in the building. Barnes, Queen, Scorpio, Ja, MJ. Everybody went in the building. Nate, Oliver, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Because I know I haven't been live in a really long time. So thank you.
That's why this special.
I
feel special because it's a special exclusive. Them for no Roots Reggae Day. As we continue. You know. But one of the things I'm like with that reason is that not necessarily about woman, man, female thing, right? Is at the end of the day, when we there out there, you knock it like we. And you know, I'm really always just happy when I see me and my brethren them I do the creative work on the same level as I do. It don't matter if I have 2 things and you have 1 thing. Like when them call each our name, we're a dream team, right? When they call our names, we're there, lines represented. You know, and we work through it too. You know, we know we did have a lot to go through in terms of like just what it takes to be an actor and to do the rounds and to do the close-ups and behind for a couple hours and in front, then lunchtime, then you know what I mean? So you hit it hard, man. You like you're like how is it mean the NBA have certain man like LeBron James and they have certain girl over upon the next side where she gonna hit it the same way, you know what I mean? I really respect that. And one of the things as we're coming closer to the close of the conversation where we wanna ask you about any period, right? Within the culture of the reggae dancer that stood out to you. You know, whether it was a Diwali period or it was a period of the dancing, or what period you can speak of, whether young or old, that stood out to you with the culture. Where you could have seen the massive thing outside of the digital thing, you could have seen it on, you know, the socials, at shows, you could say that, yo, this is a little thing I go on, like some music around of the place, you know what I
mean? When Chronic dropped, and it's probably because I'm talking to you, but when Chronic did drop the Here Comes Trouble EP.
Right. Dread and Terrible, right.
Dread and Terrible was, right, sorry.
No, man,
the Dread and Terrible EP.
The same thing,
That was, I felt a massive shift when everybody, when, you know, Mr. Waki was alive, may he rest in peace, and dancing was running dancehall music. I remember as a little pitney just being so happy to be, but I just love dancehall. Honestly, I do, like, dancehall is my favorite. I'm not going to lie.
Well, we are here know that, you know, cause anytime the dancehall music come on, you want to defend it and you have to dance to it. And you defend it in a very intelligent way, so we know say you somebody for really carry the thing. But as you say,
But man, when Mr. Waki was alive, I remember too when I heard Texan with Hideaway, right?
You know what I mean?
As a little girl, Texan with
a rock and roll reggae, like you know.
To me, because growing up as like a, you know, like a nerd and just kind of like not the average. You understand? Because as much as we grew up because as much as we grew up rough in the ghetto, I was fully still a nerd, right? So my interests were a little bit niche. And so me hear her sing, and I say, she want to sing like Celine, and want to sing like Tessantin, want to sing like Whitney Houston. I couldn't believe I couldn't believe the versatility. I couldn't believe like how fresh the sound was. And I thought for me that, you know, I thought for me that that was a significant time in music. Personally, like that changed my whole world. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, it was tough, man.
Make sure I think about it next time. But you know what I thought about?
What?
The BBC One Extra performance with me, Naomi,
100%.
Lila Ike, Jazz
1000%. Not because I even know, no.
Yes.
1000. Even today when I listen to Rock and Groove, juggling.
Yeah.
Everything where each one put, it did right for the moment. It did right for the moment. What did I say? We need all of our own little conversation and the thing. Yeah. And that was a little movement where it was, I have to say it was like a woman thing. It was a woman thing.
Yeah, man. It was a perfect. It was a perfect vibration. Like I do believe in perfect moment and perfect sound.
Yeah, man.
And that was a perfect vibration. We came together. None of what you saw was acting. We genuinely really liked, you know, we liked each other. And
yeah, man, nice.
Yeah, it was it just flowed so beautiful. And even know people, I didn't even understand how fast it was growing until somebody was like, hey, Mr. This something, I just kept hearing, oh, I saw the performance we do with the other girl, and I saw this, oh God, my love, and I was like, oh wow. And then Johnny B was like, hey, said, you know, it's coming up on 10 million, and no, it's breaking, it's the highest view, whatever. And I was like, wow, that's beautiful. And so to be a part of an industry like rough and the work tough, and sometimes you do get kind of thrown off, right? Because of just life happening. However, I am so grateful to be able to create something out of thin air just because I feel something deep in my heart and soul and want to share it. Right? That to me, like the magic of that, I am so grateful to be a part of these works, to be able to make, to be able to uplift, to be able to inspire, to be able to like change a mood or entertain somebody for 20 minutes on a stage. Like it means everything to me. I think it's the core of my purpose. I think it's the core of who I am. I think it's what I want to do. And so, I'm happy to be in music, and I'm grateful. So the day until the wheel them drop off, you know.
Till the wheel them drop off.
Them gone.
Yeah, and people might not understand, but I find I have a knack to put them things very well together. That Sevana, right? Her influences also Jamaican and American. That where it's a very nice nucleus of what reggae music produces, right? Cause her voice, you know, tracks from Bit Too Shy to Mango to Long Me to Chosen, you know, we get everything. We get why, you know what I mean? And I say more pause to the journey and the exploration and experimentation of making the music.
Yeah.
And just before we wrap up, you know, a one reggae tune or dancehall tune, we are gonna nail this down. We are listening whether old or new for your vibe to. Go.
I've been listening to over and over and over again, and it's just because I met him recently, right, for the first time, Mr. Barry Hammond. So I never meet him before.
You never meet him yet?
So wait, sorry, what you say?
We say never meet him yet.
Me never meet Barry Hammond before.
Tough.
Right? Literally, I last time I meet Barry Hammond, right? But also, his team invited me on a video shoot that he had to do, so we did end up going to the studio, and we had a really long conversation. So, long story short, very grateful for that experience, and very grateful for the song "No Goodbyes."
No Goodbyes. What that go again? Is that like a ballad?
Think of saying
goodbye, which is a ballad.
Everything inside me
it said we can do it. Can your voice can do them crazy?
Hey, you listen to me now. Listen to me. When I tell you that Barry Hammond is the reason, like, when I do a reggae song, it feels like that because I know him to be soul. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't sing or do or write nothing when a women are feeling some way. So he's a huge inspiration to me. My favorite Jamaican artist for sure.
Yeah, man.
Right?
Definitely on my top 5 for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And so so that's the song that I've been listening to a lot. I've been listening also to Ritical. I love Chronic Law. Love Chronic Law. I think his music is
Chronic Law. Man, they're a poet. Yeah.
Genuinely. I think his music is so crucial, and it's the way that he's, you know, let's be real, he's vulnerable. He's being vulnerable.
They talk
about real things where you feel and I go through and it's done in such like a melodious way. I really respect his work. But you know, I'm trying to think of other Jamaican, you know, Popcorn. I listen to Jada King. I listen to Lila Item. I listen to everybody. I listen to you. You understand?
Which is great.
But really, I really do listen to my peers though, right?
No. I too. I've been checking. You know, I check out whole heap of people. I kind of do. I like to call it like I like a forecasting. Where I look at the different pages who bring out new song and them things. Like I interested and love check it out all the time. Yeah. YouTube music of it. You know, you can check out on social media. Wait, name that them will put it up. Deadly music. Everybody will put up something. So we just compile all of that and go this way out there. And we give thanks for the high presence, right? We are wrap up right now because I don't know. We have more to go. But the important thing that I took away is that one, you know what I mean? You've created moments and you know what it feels like to create a moment. And I just feel like if we carry that victory of when we created moments onto the next thing and onto the next thing.
Yeah.
And onto the next thing, you know, no matter the periods of stagnancy or we'll continue. Because we know it feel like.
Yeah, man, all that matters is that we keep going. That's literally why I wrote the song.
Right?
Yeah, man, literally, you just have to keep moving. No matter how slow, just keep on going same way. If I want somebody to play a team, keep on moving forward just the same. But big up everybody who joined the chat. David, big up yourself. Guys, me I work with the sake of on some bad things. You understand?
No man, tell them talk. Yeah man, tell them. Yeah man.
You know that's it. You know, obviously that's it. They're legends when it comes to Jamaican dancehall music. So excited for those works that you're gonna hear shortly. We have a dance video me I do for your next song will come out. You know, it's deepening the Vanna in a dancehall impact, and so I'm excited for that too. I just have good music coming out, right? I do have my own label. I'm fully independent. I build my little team, and so I'm just excited to put out music that is good. And that's
man. No man, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Top 5. You're in the top 5. I've seen you already and call you Songbird. I've told you that, you know what I mean? You don't know how we feel about your music.
Thank you.
You know, there's more powers. Give thanks again. This has been a real exclusive. People, Roots Reggae Day, International Reggae Day, give thanks to Sevana, the actress.